is it worth returning to Elder Scrolls Online in 2023? My opinion is I think so, because they have a new chapter coming out here in a few months. They have a new class. They stated in their reveal event that they're going back to what made Elder Scrolls Online a good game to play. So let's just kind of go into why the pros and cons of Elder Scrolls. So first, good reason to come back to Elder Scrolls Online is we're getting a new expansion in early June on PC and getting a new class. And a lot of people have been asking for new classes for years. The last one they had, I think, was roughly in 2019 with the Necromancer class. So that's a good start. And then also they've posted in their forums that they have been falling short for the past couple expansion packs due to not giving out good content and introducing lots and lots of bugs. So they're going to try to fix as many bugs as they can. Hopefully they will stick to their word and fix stuff. So let's go into why I think Elder Scrolls is a good place to start for people. There's a lot of content out there, a lot of beginner guides, a lot of guides on how to set up builds and stuff. At the same time, you're not chasing the item level like you do in other games, World of Warcraft. And once you hit level 50, CP 160, you can pretty much are set. You don't have to continuously run after gear, unless you're like a serious raider or something like that. I used to be in World of Warcraft. I burned out on it. Don't do it anymore. I'm mostly overland content and stories and your basic public dungeons and some of your group dungeons. So, but if you're going to be doing trials and stuff, you're probably going to be chasing gear to a certain point. Another good thing about the Elder Scrolls Online, what I like about it, is you have companions. You get companions to help you out with your DPS or heal whatsoever, which is nice. For example, on this particular tune, she's a caster and she's a vampire, and her companion is right now set to Miri as a healer. Then you got all these other companions here that you can get so far in game. They're adding 2 more companions in the expansion pack that's coming out in June. So that's good. The community is really good. Very very helpful. Lots of people that are willing to help you out and so forth. So that's good. Now, some of the drawbacks is 2022, last year, was a really rough year for the game. ZOS really dropped the hammer and did massive nerfs on DPS across the board. And there was lots of blowback on that. And I think they're going to try to fix that in the upcoming expansion, in the next update. So it did not go over very well with people. Then also, another downside is the dungeon finder. Most of the time it just doesn't really work, or you're stuck in a queue for a very long time. Another bug that I noticed when I was trying to do a dungeon the other night is I queued up as a tank, and my friend, she was with me, she queued up with me as a healer, and we sat there and sat there and sat there and sat there. So Dungeon Finder definitely needs some work. It's not behaving the way It should. And this has been going on for a very long time, and Zoss knows it, and needs to be fixed. So, and as a computer IT guy, I know sometimes things just don't get fixed in a timely manner due to resources and stuff like that. But it needs to get fixed. So they say they're going to be working on bugs this first quarter to fix stuff that they've broken, and provide more of a better experience. So another thing I like about Elder Scrolls Online is the champion points are account wide. So you have a level 5 toon. Your level 5 toon can go into the champion point tree and put points in there too. So it's a nice little system, I think. Another thing that I don't particularly care about is all these little loot crates that they like to try to get you to buy. So it's these guys, crown crates. You're basically gambling on whether or not you're going to get something that you want. These items can be earned in the Endeavor shop, but you're going to have to work on it for at least a year to get that amount. A good 6 months to 9 months, every single day doing your daily endeavors. So there is the option to buy it with the endeavors, Seals of Endeavors. Or you can buy this stuff with cash. But a lot of people consider that to be gambling because you just never know what you're going to get. The mounts are really nice, but you just never know what you're going to get. So, anyway, so that's some of the good stuff. What I like also about the game is that it's one Tamriel. You can go anywhere into any zone and play with your friends. So that's nice. You aren't gated behind levels or zones, so it's helpful. I don't like how everything is starting to get to be monetized. So it's a buy to try type of game, and it is subscribe to get the ESO Plus crafting bag. Otherwise, you're going to have all this stuff that you gather and collect over time in your bags. And that's going to cause your bags to fill up a lot. So right now I'm doing a dolmen. And as you can see, more and more people are going to show up. And it's overland content, once you get the hang of the game and how things work, is pretty easy. So, other than that, I think it's worth coming back in 2023, just because some of the changes that they're going to be doing, getting away from other stuff, and working on fixing issues that they've introduced into the game, such as bugs, stability issues, and so forth. So, I think it's worth it. And we'll see if they fix the dungeon finder and stuff. Thing about, I'm going to touch on PvP. I don't do PvP. I don't like to do PvP. I could care less for it. But to be fair, I have to say that PvP in this game has not received any love for about 5 years. So there's only a few areas that you can do PvP in, hardcore PvP. So take that with a grain of salt. I would say the game is probably more of a PvE environment than PvP. So if you're into PvP and you think Elder Scrolls is going to be a PvP game, you are going to be sadly disappointed. On that note, it's got its shortcomings and it's got its pluses like any other MMO. So I think it's worth coming back to, especially with the new class that they're introducing. So anyway, Grumpy Tankster out.